Hello, everyone, and welcome to my poster. This is for the Eckerd College 2021 Research Symposium. My name is Farrell Thomas, and I'm going to be talking to you about brown pelicans and fishing piers in Tampa Bay, Florida. We're going to start up here with my introduction. Brown pelicans were removed from the endangered species list in 1985 after their population recovered from the effects of DDT. The population began declining in Florida again in the mid-1990s due to other undocumented issues. This study focuses on the threats that recreational fishing from piers poses on the brown pelican population in Tampa Bay, Florida. Moving on to the COVID-19 pier closure. In March of 2020, the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic resulted in the closure of all public parks in Florida. The focal piers were subject to this closure as well. Special permission was granted to continue data collection during this closure. Below, we have a photo from the South Sunshine Skyway Fishing Pier during the closure on a data collection trip. Moving on to fishing line entanglement. Brown pelicans are a common bycatch of recreational fishers. If not properly released from a fisher's line, the bird often becomes entangled, and the entanglement typically results in death if intervention is not performed. Down here, we have a photo of a juvenile brown pelican at the South Sunshine Skyway Fishing Pier with entanglement around his leg that can be seen by this bobber. Fortunately, intervention was able to be performed here. This bird was rescued and the line was removed from him, so he was able to be released with minimal injury. Moving on to methodology. 4 focal locations were chosen based on a preliminary study. The 4 sites were the Gulf and Bay Piers at the Fort DeSoto County Park and the North and South Piers of the Sunshine Skyway Fishing Piers State Park. Observational studies were conducted at the 4 piers to document the number of birds entangled in fishing line, the number of healthy birds, and the number of fishers present on the piers each trip. Moving on to results. Data was collected and analyzed using a 2-sample t-test, assuming unequal variances. The 2 piers, the South Sunshine Skyway Fishing Pier and the Fort DeSoto Gulf Pier, showed significant results for both lower proportions of injured pelicans and higher number of total pelicans present when the pier was closed versus open. Below, we have a composite chart of the pelicans injured at the focus piers. This is a composite of all 4 piers, the green showing the average number of injured here when it was open. And over here, as you can see, the green is hardly even visible because this is when it was closed and there was so little injuries documented. Moving on to the discussion. The significant results of the 2 of 4 fishing piers suggests that the function of these structures as a public fishing pier is negatively affecting the brown pelican population in Tampa Bay due to bycatch mortality. It can be inferred that similar issues are occurring at other locations. Moving up here to conservation. If fishing piers are to remain open, proper conservation steps must be taken. Mortality due to fishing line entanglement is preventable. Education on what to do if you hook a bird is critical. You should reel, remove, and release the bird. This can be done by implementing signage and outreach volunteers at focal locations. Rescue and rehabilitation and release of entangled pelicans is another common conservation tactic for this species. Below, we have another photo of an entangled pelican at the South Sunshine Skyway Fishing Pier. As you can see here in this red circle, his wing was fully entangled. This turned out to be a lure and fishing line all around his wing. Fortunately, he was rescued and able to be released after rehab. And below here, we have my acknowledgements. The preliminary study was funded by the St. Pete and Tampa Audubon chapters. And a special thanks goes out to Florida Department of Environmental Protection and Florida Department of Transportation and the Florida Pinellas County Parks Department for granting access to the study sites during the COVID-19 pier closure. I hope you all enjoyed my presentation.